Hey everyone, Dollistic here, and today we are doing another Scare-adise Island unboxing from Monster High, and today we are doing Heath. Ugh. Okay, so if y'all if y'all have been here for a minute, or if you haven't, I'm gonna let you know now. I am a boy doll lover. I love boy dolls. I think they are so cool, especially when they are done well. And I have to say, I think Heath sculpt-wise is done really well for G3. I wasn't a fan of his G1 doll that much. Like, I'm really not a G1 kind of person. But I think for this generation, he is really excellent. And I love that we are getting a doll of him and our third boy doll for Monster High. For G3 of Monster High. That's so exciting. Because Deuce and Claude were done so well. I hope he is done as well too. He's also a budget doll, which is interesting. Or budget maybe isn't the right word, like budget friendly. They're more of a slim line. So they don't come with quite as much as the like full price dolls, the $25 signature dolls. But this is his signature to my knowledge. And it's really exciting that we're getting him. So let's go over the packaging. Like you can see, it is the same as with Draculaura. Okay, I'm going to try to move the glare, sorry. It is the same as with Draculaura, where you've got this little slim box, his picture. He looks so cool in his art. I love how he looks. His like fire mohawk, love. His name, Scare-adise Island. And then on the back it has the artwork of him and the 3 other ghouls in the line, and the fun little read up down here. And I'm kind of sad that he doesn't get his own like signature read up like all the other ghouls have gotten so far. But that's okay because we're getting him, period, and I'm going to be grateful for that. I'm going to always be grateful when we get a boy doll from any doll line because they just don't put out many of them. So I'm always glad to see when they do, especially for Monster High because I think the Monster High boys are so fun. I hope that there are more coming down the line because I'd love to see a Manny doll. I know it's probably not going to happen. I'd love to see a Goobert, like a Goobert the same size as the dolls or even bigger actually. I had this idea with my sister. In Monster High, if you take it, I expect money, and this is proof. This video will be proof. I had this idea to have a Goobert that's like big enough to fit one of the dolls in his stomach because in the show, if you watch it, he always has people getting stuck in his body. So I thought it'd be cool to have his stomach be like magnetized onto him and have there be like a pocket in there, and you could like fold your dolls up kind of and put them in the pocket to look like they're stuck inside of him. I thought that would be so cool, but I know that won't happen. I know there's not a ton of boy characters right now, at least ones that have like speaking roles, but it'd be cool to see them. I would love to. But yeah, I think we've talked enough about that. So let's get into him. So just like with Drac, it should be this simple. We should just be able to, yep. Perfect. And let's free him from the 1,000 T-ties he has. Because if doll companies are going to do one thing, it's put 3 million T-ties on a doll that just simply does not need it. Right, he should come right out. Yes! Cool, he doesn't have any T-ties in his head. We love to see it. Okay, so I borrowed a stand from one of my other G3 dolls, and here he is. Again, these dolls don't come with stands. I got these from AliExpress. So, yeah, they don't come with stands. But yeah, he is looking good so far. Now let's get a close-up. So starting with his hair, like always, he has a sculpted on hairstyle, which is perfectly fine. I think for the hair he has, the flames erupting out of his head, it is perfectly valid to do a sculpted hair, on him. I don't think it would have worked with regular rooted hair, so this is perfectly fine. It's really cool. He has this flame mohawk, and his side shave is a deep red. It is really cool. Like, that looks so nice. I've seen people detail the flames on his head so you can bring out more of these sculpted details, because you can see there's a lot of sculpted detail in these flames. And from far away, you can't really tell. It just sort of looks like a orange flame blob. But up close, like, you can really see a lot of details. That is so cool. And there's even like texture detailing on his side shave, which is interesting. As if it were like actually hair. That is so neat. And for his face, he's got thick, like burnt orange eyebrows, which is really cool. I think his face sculpt is really excellent. He's got sort of a pointed face like he does in the show. With his updated design, he is very, very pointy, which I'm curious if it was inspired by how Hades looked in the Hercules movie from Disney, because that's like a very similar thing, and I'm pretty sure he's the son of Hades, so it would make sense that they would take that sort of like pointy face design, and I think that's excellent. I love his nose sculpt. He's really cool. He's got bright yellow and orange eyes, and then like, again, like a burnt orange lip color. He looks really cool. This sculpting is great. Ah, wow. He is so cool. I love it. I do have a weird little spot on one of his cheeks. I don't know what that is. It might just be dirt, or it could be some sort of staining. I'm not sure, but I think it'll be easily removable, so I'm not worried about it. And down to his top, he has on a hoodie, and it sort of looks like it would be two pieces, but it's not. It's just one piece. Ooh, stay on there, bud. It's sort of a like sky blue fabric with these yellow, orange, and red flames printed all the way around, which is nice that the detailing goes all the way around the back, because Mattel doesn't always give us that. But thankfully, with Monster High, they seem to be putting in the work to do that. And he has dark blue trim on the arms, the bottom of the hoodie, and his hood is dark blue. This hood does fit him. Oh god. The boys don't always like staying on these stands if you don't put it around their waist, but I've sometimes had some difficulty getting it to go all the way around their waist and not like snapping. Just because it's kind of cold right now and the plastic doesn't want to cooperate. Ugh, okay. All right, yeah, so it does fit on his head. It looks a little... He kind of looks like a gnome. Because it gets pointy because of the flames up here. So he kind of looks like a gnome. But I think it is a really cool function that he can actually wear it, because that is not always the case with doll hoodies. And it does have a hole in the back, so you could use it for a character that has rooted hair if you wanted to. Again, thinking of those details is really impressive. And then, am I correct? Is this... Okay, cool. I thought it was unhemmed, but it's just a doubled over piece, so that's cool. And I love the flame design that they went with. It is really neat. And for his bottoms, he is wearing what I'm going to assume is supposed to be matching swim trunks for his hoodie. So they are in the same sky blue color with the printed flames all the way around, but instead of being made out of this soft sort of everyday clothing fabric, these are made out of like a slick material, which is why I think they're supposed to be a bathing suit, because like you can hear that and you can tell that like that sound is different than this, you know. It's a more stiff sort of moisture wicking fabric, I'll say, probably polyester. But it's not bad. Like it matches the colors perfectly for the hoodie, and it's made very well. It's really cool. No pockets, but that is perfectly fine. They are supposed to be swim trunks, so I don't expect it to have pockets. And yeah, they're nice. The printing quality on this fabric is actually a little bit better than this fabric, but I think that's because this fabric isn't as textured. Like it's a smoother texture than this, so printing is always going to look a little crisper on it. And for his shoes, he has on these beach sandals in a dark blue with flames printed across the strap. And they fit really well onto the foot. So I don't think they would just fly off. Maybe after some time, especially if you're playing with it. Like if if you have a kid and they're playing with it and they're taking it off a lot, it probably would get weak over time. But like it's made out of a very thick, sturdy plastic, so I don't see them just flying off the foot unless there's like a, you know, batching issue with them. And not a lot of detail other than the printing on the shoe. It looks like they use the UV printing method, which is totally fine. The flames are the same pattern as up here. They are a little bit differently colored, but that is okay too. And I don't think there's anything to... Oh, that's fun. Is that Skelet? It looks like it's supposed to be Skelet, which is cool. But there's some... Oh, that must be the bow. Oh, okay. The sculpting is just a little strange, but yeah, there's Skelet on the bottom of his shoes. That's fun. I was just expecting them to be totally smooth. It's really interesting how on these more like basic, I'll say, dolls or more budget friendly dolls, they still really like put in the effort to make them interesting and have little details here and there that like whoop, that plus up the experience. Sir, can you please stand? Thank you. And for his articulation, because I didn't mention it earlier, he has the same articulation as the other G3 boy dolls so far. Of course, we've got great head articulation. We've got shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, and ankle. Which honestly, with Heath specifically, I don't think we needed the ankle joint, just for like budgeting purposes. I don't think we needed the, or not, did I say knee joint? I meant ankle joint. I don't think we needed the ankle joint just because he's only wearing slippers. If they're wearing sneakers, I do kind of understand the need for the ankle joint. But, oh, you know what? It's probably so you can dress them in the other stuff. Duh. And it's probably cheaper to just go ahead and cast this body than it is, you know, casting a whole new leg mold. And he does have the same body as the other G3 boys so far. I will take off his hoodie so I can show you. And I'm actually curious how easily this hoodie comes off. Oh, they didn't put a Velcro thing back here. Okay. Oh, that's probably why they left the hole there, so they wouldn't have to put Velcro on it. Because that would probably be more money. Okay, I didn't want to take his hands off. It's pretty easy so far. Oh, perfect. Okay. Cool. All right. Yeah, it looks like he has the same body. I don't know why on camera his torso is coming across so much yellower. It must be how the light is hitting. But in person, it's all the same. Like his head, his body, his arms, they're all the same color. So that's so wild. Okay. He does seem to have some staining on his chest and abdomen. Oh. Is that paint? Oh, it's paint. Silver paint. Why is there silver paint on him? He doesn't have silver anywhere on his body. It's on his arm, too. Huh. That's so strange. I don't know why there's silver paint on him. He really doesn't have it anywhere on him. I'm going to put his hoodie back on him, and we'll look at his accessories. First up, we have his beach bag. It is in a sort of green-leaning blue color with a yellow zipper on the front and red and orange flames printed on the bottom. It's really cool. It's a nice beach bag, and it's got a really cool sculpted texture to it. And it does have quite a bit of space inside, so you'll probably be able to fit his stuff in there. His sunscreen, which is 30 UV. Very funny that he needs sunscreen at all, considering he's like Fireboy. His beach drink, it's really cool. It looks like an erupting volcano. It's got all these like interesting sculpted bits. It's cool. It looks like lava dripping down. He's got a lemon, a straw, a finger hole, and like look at the texture of the volcano. It's really cool. Now, I do think on a deluxe doll, this probably would have been painted to have more detail. And you can see in the artwork that it is like supposed to be blue and have like fire coming off of that little lemon. So on a deluxe doll, this probably would have had more painted detail, but I think this is just kind of cute as it is. It kind of looks like he conjured it himself. It's very, like fire elemental equivalent of the Green Lantern. And finally, his sunglasses. So they are made out of this pale orange plastic with flames sculpted onto the arms. Very cool. And yeah, they're just sort of simple. Get off there. I want to see how that looks on him. Okay, don't go into the ear hole. Why am I so bad at putting doll sunglasses on? Okay. They're a little big for my taste. But he is super cute. I am very happy with Heath. I think he is a super cool addition to the boy dolls for G3. And while there are some things here and there that I would probably change, I think he is done really well. He does have sneakers in the show, and I feel like he was wearing pants, but they're going to an island, so the shorts more make sense. I'm not sure why he's wearing a hoodie, but you know, I wasn't sure why Claudine was wearing long sleeves either. So, you know, by the way, I did film unboxings for Claudine and Frankie. Unfortunately, they will not see the light of day because they were just so bad. Like I was trying to edit them and it was just, I was having a really off day and my lighting was garbage. So I ended up just scrapping both of them, but I do technically have them. So Here is Frank. I love this Frankie, by the way. I think they are really, really amazing. I hate that their review had to be scrapped because I truly had like nothing but positive things to say about them. Okay, cool. They were literally standing on the shelf like this perfectly fine when I just picked them up just now. I don't know why they're giving me a problem. And then Claudine, of course, polypropylene hair, so I'm not really a fan. Saran hair, but polypropylene hair. Why? It's so funny to me that Frankie and Dracula had Saran, but they still gave Claudine polypropylene. Gross. But yeah, I am super happy with Heath. So the entire Scare-adise Island line retails for $18, I'm pretty sure. It's $17.99, but it's $18. So yeah, $18. I think that's a very reasonable price for everything that comes with them. And the three that aren't Heath do come with the more basic articulation bodies, but that just means they don't have the chest joint. And I think for an $18 price point, these are just amazing, amazing, amazing dolls. So if you are interested in them, please go get them. I actually think Frankie and maybe Claudine, I'm not 100% sure, but I think these two are on sale right now on Walmart.com for like 12 something. I'll just say $13. They're on sale for $13. So like if you're thinking about getting them, go for it, especially Frankie. This is an amazing, amazing Frankie. I know they sort of look kind of weird in the artwork, but I think in person they are really incredible and they come with some very good pieces. This is a very cohesive Frankie in a way that they don't always get cohesion, at least not from the last few releases like Skulltimate Secrets. So yeah, if you're into these, go for it. Get them. They're such a good price point for what you're getting. And I love Heath. Like I said, there are some things I would change. Like I do kind of wish you had sneakers instead of sandals just because I'm not a slides person. I don't like the look of them. I would prefer like a cool sculpted fire sneaker for him or something. But who knows? Maybe we'll get another Heath in the future and get an updated set of shoes. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Do all the YouTube things. Do none of them. Let me know down below what you think of Heath because I'm really interested to hear the consensus on him. I feel like people like him for the most part, but I want to hear from y'all. I put out new videos every Monday and Friday for the most part, so I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great day. Bye!